Anna Patty, and I'm here with Christine Topping, who is a licensed marriage and family therapist with us here at Covenant Family Solutions. Today,
Hi Anna, nice to be here with you.
Yes, thank you so much, and thanks for agreeing to be put on camera. I know it's not always the easiest thing in the world.
Oh, it's kind of like that holiday stress, not always easy.
Yeah, so that's what we're here to talk about today is stress and the holidays, and this year especially is very hard for folks. And so we have a few different things that Christine's going to help us out, kind of giving some tips and tricks and things that we can do to help make this time that joyful time of year that we all want it to be, but sometimes hard, and especially this year can be even especially hard.
So crazy this year, isn't it?
Yes, it is insane. So we're going to jump into the really hard one, and that's grief. And so many people have lost things this year, whether it be people or other things in their lives. How do you recommend that folks cope with that sort of situation?
Yeah, so what's really important during this time is that we are recognizing that they are not with us, whether it be a people, a pet, or even just not having a regular family gathering. So I really encourage people to have more of those phone conversations with others or have a Zoom time with your family. Maybe even starting to create something new for everybody to help us through this process with the grief.
And how do you encourage folks to deal if it's something that people don't necessarily recognize as a loss, and they might just say, well, I lost my grandpa, you can get over not being able to go out and see people?
Yeah, so that one is really, that's a tough one for people because, like you said, people don't always recognize that one as a sense of grief in their lives. So what I would really encourage them to do is to bring them in themselves, talk about that person or write about them, even, set a place for them at the table because that is important for you. And that's what you have to do at this time, especially is taking care of yourself.
Yeah. So the year of COVID, right?
Yes.
So there's so many traditions that people are foregoing this year just for the sake of keeping others safe or keeping themselves safe. And so a lot of things that we're used to doing every year that signify this time of year for us, we can't do. Are there some traditions or anything that we can still do to help kind of give some of that normalcy to the situation?
Yes. So there's definitely lots that we can still do. And some of that may even be we still cook up many of the same things that we would cook up. And maybe we put it on somebody's doorstep this year instead. Or we do it all through a big Zoom call. I know that's not quite the same, but still we can have the conversations with everybody and really just enjoy that time. And maybe you even create some really fun new traditions.
Yeah, I know in my family we're talking about going on a tour de Christmas.
Ooh.
So we're going to drive around. Luckily, everyone's within driving distance and do a socially distanced hello and drop off gifts on porch and exchange.
Yes.
Just as a way of making something that's so icky just a little bit more normal for folks.
Yeah, and how fun to open your door and there's some gifts. Kids
Right?
love that. I mean, I think
Right.
we even do as parents, let's be honest.
Yeah, for sure.
So there's even, cookie decorating. You can all have cookies at home and be decorating and even do a little contest. There's so many fun Pinterest Christmas games. Can't forget that, right? Closing your eyes and you have to all draw these Christmas pictures and hold them up, and how do we do at that point in time?
My gosh.
I know, kind of embarrassing, but
yeah.
fun.
Good way to entertain kids. And I know we both have young kids, so keeping them entertained is so important, especially since, we can't go visit Santa at the mall and
Right.
do those things. And I think some of that is harder on the parents than it is on the kids. So how do you encourage parents to cope with the grief and the stress of the holidays this year in particular?
So I really encourage parents that are wanting that is, how can you create that Christmas magic? Because I think so many times we forget when we create the Christmas magic, how fun that is and how much joy that brings to us, because we see that in our kids' faces then too. And so they get so many of those pieces. It's just fulfilled in a different way.
Right, for sure. I think that's important to remember is if we're able to present it in a way that it's fun, the kids will have fun. And when we see the kids having fun, we have fun.
Exactly.
And it doesn't feel like we've lost something. So I know there's so many different traditions. There's the Christmas pickle, which my daughter was telling me about this weekend. Apparently our neighbors do that. I was unaware of that.
Oh,
So
that sounds like a fun one.
Yeah, so it's a hidden pickle in a tree, like a pickle ornament.
Oh.
I don't know. Learn something new every day. And whoever finds the pickle ornament gets to open one of their presents early.
Oh, I love
So
that.
so there's so many things we can do even within our own homes, doing that cookie contest, and then maybe post it on social media so that folks can vote on it and whatever. I know one of my friends does that every year, even without COVID going on, and it's always a fun post to watch out for, and the hot mess cookies that come out of it. So
yes, I love those. Those are always the best because there's
Right?
too much frosting and just way too much on it. But
Oh,
the
yeah.
best cookie ever.
For sure. So, with everything, with, trying to buy and overcompensate, I guess, for just the strange year, financial stress can also be a big issue this time of year.
That is a huge one. And, even without COVID, it's a big stress oftentimes for people because we love to give oftentimes. And I want to make sure I get you the best gift I could ever get you. But I think it's really important that we realize what our budget is and that we stick to our budget. And it's okay if I have to say, no, I'm sorry, I can't do that, or I can't buy that today. And really, really making sure that we are being mindful of what we can and can't do.
Absolutely. And as my lovely colleague pointed out, everything does not have to be a Hallmark movie. Yet, those Hallmark movies can be a nice stress relief.
They really can. And that's, that's a great way to do some self-care over the holiday season, is watching those Hallmark movies. Maybe you take an extra long bath, whatever it is that you need to. But you're right, it doesn't have to look like a Hallmark movie, but they can be a great stress relief.
For sure. Well, thanks so much for joining us,
Yes.
Christine. I hope all of you out there in social media land were able to take a little bit away from today's conversation and think of just one thing you can do to help make your holiday a little bit brighter, whether it's for yourself or for your family. And feel free to comment down below with what you're doing to make this year a little bit special. And feel free to reach out to us at any point here at Covenant Family Solutions. We're here to help you strengthen your lives and those of your family.